This evening, Ghana Police Force arrests one in murder of Coast Guard Lieutenant, second suspect still at large. Tragic accident claims the life of a 13-year-old boy in Essequibo Coast. Contracts for the reconstruction of St. George's High School signed. In the region, cholera kills more than 700 people since last October in Haiti, and internationally, UK COVID inquiry, families who lost loved ones demand answers. Welcome to this broadcast of Channel 2's Headline News Update for June 14, 2023. I am Baby Bacchus. Thank you for joining us. First up, Joshua Paris, also known as Stewie, one of the two men wanted in connection with the murder of Coast Guard Lieutenant Rondell Anthony Douglas, has been apprehended by the police. Police headquarters confirmed on Wednesday that Paris is currently in custody and is cooperating with the ongoing investigation. However, the other suspect, Jamie Ghani, remains evading capture. The Ghana Police Force had issued wanted bulletins for the two individuals, 25-year-old Jamie Ghani, last known address Lot 57, Patterson, Turkine, Georgetown, and Joshua Paris, also known as Stewie of Lilliandale, East Coast, Demerara. The duo is wanted in connection with the murder of 33-year-old Coast Guard Lieutenant Rondell Anthony Douglas. On the evening of Wednesday, June 7th, Douglas, a part-time taxi driver, was fatally shot and robbed of his vehicle by the assailants. Douglas suffered 2 gunshot wounds, one to the head and another to his chest. While Joshua Paris is now in police custody, the search for Jamie Ghani, the remaining suspect, continues as authorities strive to bring both individuals to justice. Police in Regional Division 2 are investigating an accident at Adventure Essequibo Coast, resulting in the death of a 13-year-old Rovin Williams of Underneaming Sandpit, Essequibo Coast on Monday, June 12th. Inquiries disclosed that the victim and several others went to pick mangoes in Underneaming Sandpit and, after they finished loading the canter, headed to Adventure Essequibo Coast. Rovin was seated in the tray with 2 men, Joshua Ramdat and Kevin Thomas, while the canter was being driven by Leslie Anthony. Joshua Ramdat alleges that as the canter was reversing in the driveway of the yard at Adventure, the 13-year-old jumped off of the canter and walked behind the canter in the said direction. Ramdat said he shouted to Williams, who stopped and was hit by the canter. He then shouted for the driver to stop, which he did, but the canter had already run over Williams. Upon investigations, the young man appeared to be bleeding from his mouth. He was rushed to the Saudi Public Hospital, where he was pronounced dead on arrival. The body is presently lying at the Saudi mortuary awaiting a post-mortem examination. Further investigations are underway. Contracts have been signed for the reconstruction of St. George's High School, destroyed by fire in July of 2022. The rebuilding project, witnessed by Minister of Education Priya Manichan, aims to complete the school within 5 to 7 months and incorporate various fire prevention mechanisms. Minister Manichan emphasized the ministry's commitment to providing quality education nationwide. The project for the St. George's High School is estimated to cost $253.8 million and will be executed simultaneously by multiple contractors. The 2-story building will feature a panoramic view, with the upper floor accommodating 12 classrooms and the lower floor housing 6 laboratories, including those for information technology, home economics, and industrial technology. In addition to the rebuilding efforts, the school design prioritizes fire safety. Fire escape stairs, escape doors, fire alarms, fire extinguishers, limited timber usage, metal ceilings, and fire retardant panels are among the fire prevention components incorporated in the architectural plan. The Education Minister highlighted the severe space constraints faced by the Georgetown Education District even before the fire incidents, including the St. George's High School, North Rhineville Secondary School, and Christchurch Secondary School. However, she noted the reconstruction efforts from multiple schools, including the Christchurch Secondary School, and upcoming projects such as St. Mary's High School will alleviate the space issues. Stick around when we return. Over 70,000 grams of cannabis seized in routine stop and search in Region 3, and spice cultivation trial launched in Arima, Savannah.
When you need money and you gotta get it fast, Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop is the place for that confidential transaction in a quiet and secure location. You'll get the highest value per pennyweight for your gold and also enjoy the lowest interest rates and longest payback period too. Yes, for that instant transaction to solve a pressing financial problem. That Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop, 46 Boyle Place, that's between the Ministry of Housing on Brick Dam and White Castle Fish Shop. Be your first and only choice. Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop, safe and sound, solid and secure, always there for you. Telephone 231-7878 and 223-8955.
It's a fantastic Father's Day sale happening at Clearance on Friday, June 16th. Get men's long sleeve shirts in brands like Michael Kors, Calvin Klein, and Kenneth Cole. Up to 50% off, 15% off jerseys and jeans. Men's sneakers and shoes up to 50% off, 10% off original Levi's and Dockers pants. Along with other great gift ideas like belts, slippers, perfumes, ties, and lots more. We also have available gift vouchers. Remember, this sale is Friday, June 16th at Clearance. Clearance, always keeping you in style.
Smart Minds Educational Institute, offering preschool, nursery, and primary levels. Finally, a school that is every parent's dream. Located at 69 Crow Street, offering academic excellence, trained qualified teachers, small class sizes, personalized gear, and one-to-one attention for your little ones. At Smart Minds, register for full-time or evening classes, daily practice pass exam papers for proficiency at the grade 2, 4, and 6 assessment, and CXE exam preparedness. Or join our Becca Phonics reading and writing program. So if your child is for preschool, nursery, or primary level, come to Smart Mind, located at 69 Street, or call 231-4885 or 600-9229 to enroll now.
Hello, my fellow TikToker followers. He is Credit, and today all we will be making Chinese noodles with peppies, chow mein, chicken fritters, and spice cake. For the noodles, all of these will be using peppies, black pepper, cashew,
Chinese sauce, soy sauce, garlic sauce, paprika, Chinese seasoning, chow mein seasoning, five spice, and all-purpose seasoning.
Next, this chicken that we marinated, soak for all you want to know nothing with peppies, green seasoning, miracle seasoning,
Pepper sauce, chicken seasoning, paprika, garlic powder, dark seasoning, black pepper, onion powder, and ginger powder, and document plantain flour, and then this butter we make with this quick piece powder, and we
boil in high. We serve with peppies, barbecue sauce. Radical went to the supermarket and she proper buy up enough things. She feels she alone can cook, but she routine even wrong. He shaped like a guy in a map.
Peppies has a wide range of ingredients available at supermarkets nationwide. Peppies, we put the pep back into your kitchen.
H&T Theatre Arts Group presents Dedication to Daddy 4, an evening of song, dance, and drama under the theme of Father's Dream on Sunday, June 18 from 8 p.m. at the National Cultural Center. Come enjoy performances by Colin Ambrose, Marissa Morgan-Boney, Romel Edmondson, Keisha Sam, Sonia Yard, Simone Dowding, Jolyon Harry, Ezzie Crandon, Cleveland Hudson, Mosa Telford, Creative Arts Dance Troupe, and others. Tickets are $2,000 and $1,500. Directed by Sharon Cadogan-Taylor. It's Dedication to Daddy 4, honoring exceptional fathers on Father's Day.
Good girl forget things.
What's the problem, Granny? I want money for borrow for those surgery. I was dancing and I fall and fracture my hip.
If you need some quick money, you should check Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop, Lot 238 South Road, Border, Georgetown. Get jewelry made to order in just 72 hours. We also accept vehicles. Lender's, best rates, longest payback period.
Boys, I get through. Plus, I could dance again. Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Welcome back. In a recent operation conducted by Assistant Commissioner Mahendra Srinarayan, commander of Region 3, and his team, the discovery of over 70,000 grams of cannabis was made during a routine stop and search on Lenora Public Road on Tuesday, June 13. The officers, acting on information received, stopped and searched a silver grade Primo HD 4784 driven by a 33-year-old male. The officers discovered a multicolored shopping bag in the car's trunk. The bag contained 3 heavy black plastic garbage bags with 18 compressed parcels inside. The parcels, when opened, revealed a substantial quantity of leaves, seeds, and stems suspected to be cannabis. The vehicle's driver was cautioned, arrested, and escorted to the Lenora police station along with the said narcotics, which, when weighed, amounted to 17,711 grams. The individual is in custody and will remain detained pending further investigations into the matter. To expand the cultivation of spices and boost agricultural production, a trial for growing black pepper, cinnamon, and mint has been initiated in the Oraima Savannah of Region 10. The National Agricultural Research and Extension Institute, NARI, recently met with local farmers at the Cockride Bush concession to discuss plans for cultivating these herbs and spices. To support the farmers in preparing their lands for the new crops, NARI provided them with various agricultural tools. The trial aims to evaluate the growth of the plants and develop effective strategies to enhance yields. By increasing spice production within the region, it is anticipated that agriculture in Region 10 will experience growth, leading to additional income for farmers while reducing the need for spice imports. In addition to the trial, NARI has donated 1,000 pounds of turmeric, which has been successfully cultivated. Furthermore, the farmers are expecting a delivery of ginger soon, which they will cultivate with assistance from NARI. The Institute remains committed to providing technical support and advice to farmers, ensuring their success. The expansion of agricultural products in Guyana aligns with the government's pledge to significantly contribute to the regional initiative of achieving a 25% increase in agricultural output by 2025. Through trials, support, and collaboration with local farmers, NARI strives to enhance the agricultural sector, stimulate economic growth, and promote self-sufficiency in spice production. Don't go away after the break. Lebanon's parliament fails to elect president for 12th time, and Indian-Pakistan cyclone. Thousands evacuate in both countries.
Good girl forget things.
What's the problem, Granny? I want money for borrow for those surgery. I was dancing and I fall and fracture my hip.
If you need some quick money, you should check Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop, lot 238 South Road Border, Georgetown. Get jewelry made to order in just 72 hours. We also accept vehicles. Lender's, best rates, longest payback period.
Boys, I get through. Plus, I could dance again. Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Hello, my fellow TikToker followers. He is Credit, and today all we will be making Chinese noodles with peppies, chow mein, chicken fritters, and poise cake. For the noodles, all these will be using peppies, black pepper, cashew,
Chinese sauce, soy sauce, garlic sauce, paprika, Chinese seasoning, chow mein seasoning, five spice, and all-purpose seasoning.
Next, this chicken that we marinated, soak for all you don't know nothing with peppies, green seasoning, miracle seasoning,
Pepper sauce, chicken seasoning, paprika, garlic powder, dark seasoning, black pepper, onion powder, and ginger powder, and document plantain flour, and then this butter we make with this quick piece powder, and we
boil in high. We serve with peppies, barbecue sauce. Radhika went to the supermarket and she proper buy up enough things. She feels she alone can cook, but she routine even wrong. She shaped like a guy in a map.
Peppies has a wide range of ingredients available at supermarkets nationwide. Peppies, we put the pep back into your kitchen.
H&T's Theatre Arts Group presents Dedication to Daddy 4, an evening of song, dance, and drama under the theme A Father's Dream on Sunday, June 18 from 8 p.m. at the National Cultural Center. Come enjoy performances by Colin Ambrose, Marissa Morgan Boney, Romel Edmondson, Keisha Sam, Sonia Yard, Simone Dowding, Julian Harry, Ezzie Crandon, Cleveland Hudson, Mosa Telford, Creative Arts Dance Troupe, and others. Tickets are $2,000 and $1,500. Directed by Sharon Cadogan Taylor. It's Dedication to Daddy 4, honoring exceptional fathers on Father's Day.
Smart Minds Educational Institute, offering preschool, nursery, and primary levels. Finally, a school that is every parent's dream. Located at 69 Crow Street, offering academic excellence, trained qualified teachers, small class sizes, personalized gear, and one-to-one attention for your little ones. At Smart Minds, register for full-time or evening classes, daily practice pass exam papers for proficiency at the grade 2, 4, and 6 assessment, and CXE exam preparedness. Or join our Becca Phonics reading and writing program. So if your child is for preschool, nursery, or primary level, come to Smart Mind, located at 69 Street, or call 231-4885 or 600-9229 to enroll now.
It's a fantastic Father's Day sale happening at Clearance on Friday, June 16th. Get men's long sleeve shirts in brands like Michael Kors, Calvin Klein, and Kenneth Cole. Up to 50% off, 15% off jerseys and jeans. Men's sneakers and shoes up to 50% off, 10% off original Levi's and Dockers pants, along with other great gift ideas like belts, slippers, perfumes, ties, and lots more. We also have available gift vouchers. Remember, this sale is Friday, June 16th at Clearance. Clearance, always keeping you in style.
When you need money and you gotta get it fast, Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop is the place for that confidential transaction in a quiet and secure location. You'll get the highest value per pennyweight for your gold and also enjoy the lowest interest rates and longest payback period too. Yes, for that instant transaction to solve a pressing financial problem. That Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop, 4-6 Boyle Place, that's between the Ministry of Housing on Brickdam and White Castle Fish Shop, be your first and only choice. Creative Jewelry and Pawn Shop, safe and sound, solid and secure, always there for you. Telephone 231-7878 and 223-8955.
Welcome back. Now let's take a look at what's happening in the region and around the world. A cholera resurgence in Haiti has resulted in the deaths of several hundred people since the beginning of this year. Health authorities have intensified their efforts to combat the epidemic, as it has already claimed thousands of lives since its initial outbreak over a decade ago. The cholera epidemic, which began in 2010, initially killed 10,174 people and has since caused an additional 726 deaths since October last year. Authorities have reported over 45,000 suspected cholera cases, with an average age of 17 for hospitalized victims. In the aftermath of the first outbreak, initially brought by international peacekeepers, the United Nations pledged funding to address the situation, including the purchase of water purification systems to protect the population, many of whom lack access to clean drinking water. Internationally, Lebanon's parliament has for the 12th time failed to elect a president and break a political deadlock that has gripped the country for months. Lawmakers held a session on Wednesday to pick a replacement for former President Michel Amin, whose term ended last October, but disagreements prevented them from reaching the required thresholds. Al Jazeera's Zina Kudur has more.
On the surface, this appears to be an exercise in democracy. But in Lebanon, politics is conducted outside the halls of power. And without any deal, any chance to elect a president is slim.
No one has a majority. That's why we need to align sometimes to get better results.
Alliances have changed since the last vote in January. The main Christian parties have put their differences aside and joined the wider opposition to back Jihad Azor. But it wasn't enough for the former finance minister to win in the first round. Fewer votes are needed in a second round of voting, but the Hezbollah-led alliance walked out before that could be held.
This is a confrontation between those who want a state and those who want to remain stronger than the state.
The movement for a change in leadership began years ago, but the traditional political class has held on to power.
We have lost all hope in this political system, and I absolutely have no faith in it.
That system is blamed for decades of corruption that led to the collapse of the economy.
We have reached breaking point, yet they won't elect a president. It seems the decision to paralyze the country is coming from abroad.
Lebanon's political factions are tied to foreign powers whose rivalries are played out here.
Lebanon could be facing an open-ended crisis if politicians don't come together and agree on a consensus. The country needs a president to be able to appoint a government to deal with the economy's collapse.
What the 12th electoral session has showed is that there won't be a president unless he is a candidate that rival sides are prepared to compromise on. Zana Khuder, Al Jazeera, Beirut.
Meanwhile, at least 4 boys have drowned in rough seas off the coast of Mumbai as India prepares for a severe cyclone to make landfall. Al Jazeera's Hashim Alibaba reports.
Lifeguards in Mumbai aren't taking any chances. They've erected police barricades to stop tourists from going near the beach. India's coastal state of Gujarat is expected to be lashed by strong winds and heavy rains on Thursday. Biparjoy, which means disaster in Bengali, is a tropical cyclone that's formed over the Arabian Sea. Authorities in Pakistan are also on high alert. They've issued evacuation orders for 80,000 people from coastal towns.
We got the warning about the cyclone from the Navy and Customs officials. They have stopped issuing fishing licenses. We have recalled all our boats and docked them. God forbid, if a cyclone does come, we will also move to safe places.
For years, climate scientists have been warning that the intensity of storms in the Arabian Sea will increase. The UN says warmer oceans are fueling tropical cyclones, which cause severe flooding. Fishing communities in Karachi are worried the destruction of mangrove forests will make things worse.
I'm telling you, if a cyclone hits with full force, Karachi will be destroyed within minutes. The reason for this is that we have cut down all the mangroves. How many mangroves were here? We haven't saved any of them. If the mangrove forests had still been here today, we could have been safe.
Two of India's largest ports, Kandla and Mundra, have suspended operations and schools have closed. The region is no stranger to storms, especially during the monsoon season. But each year, the extreme weather patterns last longer and cause more damage. Last year, more than a third of Pakistan was underwater for months. Entire towns and villages were washed away, and more than 33 million people were displaced from their homes. Hashim Al-Bara, Al Jazeera.
And finally, hearings are beginning in the public inquiry into the handling of the COVID-19 pandemic by the United Kingdom's government. The inquiry will examine the government's preparedness and response to the pandemic. Al Jazeera's Charlie Angela has more.
We're going to know people that died from this, but I never thought for a minute of being my dad and my sister 5 days apart.
It happened all very quickly.
Stories of loss. Families of those who died of COVID-19 opened the inquiry with their devastating testimony.
And she died alone 5 days after my dad.
They hope the inquiry will answer the question, could these deaths have been avoided?
I intend to answer the following 3 questions. Was the UK properly prepared for a pandemic? Was the response to it appropriate? And can we learn lessons for the future?
Witnesses over the next few weeks could include former Prime Minister David Cameron and former Health Minister Jeremy Hunt. And questions will be asked as to why, despite pandemic simulation exercises in 2016, when epidemiologists warned the country was unprepared for a pandemic, none of the 22 recommendations were acted on. It was Dr. Musa Qureshi who campaigned for the government to make the results of those exercises public.
Some of the findings, for instance, of exercise Alice, which was a secret coronavirus exercise, which government ministers never admitted had happened until we forced disclosure. Some of the findings were that we did not have enough infrastructure, so we didn't have enough PPE, we didn't have enough intensive care beds or intensive care capacity. And that may well have been a decision in line with the long policy of austerity, which has cut NHS beds over years rather than increase them.
The inquiry will ask, why was there a shortage of personal protection equipment for health workers? Where was the planning for extra hospital beds? And did austerity reduce the UK's capacity to prepare for a pandemic? The next stage of this 3-year process will look at the decisions the government made, including why 2 days after the WHO declared the pandemic, thousands gathered to enjoy horse races in Cheltenham in England when other countries in Europe were already locked down. As the inquiry put it, this natural disaster was unavoidable, but was the devastating impact inevitable? Scientists are clear that the risk of future pandemics is ever increasing. And what these families want to know is, will lessons be learnt quickly enough to protect people before another one strikes? Charlie Angela, Al Jazeera, London.
This brings us to the end of the regional and global news coverage. Up next is the 30-minute forecast. That's FTV2 Headline News for this Wednesday evening. As we take our leave, we invite you to follow us on Facebook and YouTube. You can also tune in tomorrow morning at 6:30 for a rebroadcast and in the evening at 7 for more news. Until then, please take care of yourself and each other.